The term ghost ship is usually used to refer to an abandoned and derelict ship without a crew. It by no means implies that there is necessarily supernatural activity taking place on board the ship. For instance, the legendary Mary Celeste was discovered in the open sea in December 1872 near the Azores, drifting aimlessly for 10 days without a crew. The ship was in excellent condition, but the crew was never heard from or seen again. The Baychimo is not nearly as famous as the Mary Celeste, but it is one of the ships that remained adrift without a crew for the longest time. The 1,300-ton steamship, Baychimo, was launched in Sweden in 1912 under a different name. However, our involvement in the ship's history begins on October 1, 1931, when the Baychimo became trapped in ice with a full cargo of furs on board. The crew abandoned the ship and walked about a kilometer to Barrow on the northern coast of Canada to seek shelter. After 2 days, the crew returned to the ship but found that the Baychimo had broken free from the ice. On October 8, the ship became trapped again, and this time, the ice was thick and firmly held the hull. With winter just beginning, the chances were slim that the Baychimo would break free anytime soon, so the decision was made to pick up 22 of the crew members by plane. 15 crew members were left behind with enough provisions to sustain them through the winter in a nearby wooden hut. On November 24, a strong snowstorm struck. When the storm had passed, the crew found no trace of the Baychimo. The captain concluded that the ship had likely been broken apart and lay at the bottom of the sea. However, a few days later, a seal hunter reported seeing the Baychimo trapped in the ice about 72 kilometers away. Upon reaching the ship, the remaining crew decided that it was unlikely the Baychimo would survive the winter intact. They unloaded the most valuable furs and left the ship to its own fate. Surprisingly, the Baychimo did not sink that winter, nor the following winter. Over the next decades, the ship was sighted several times. Sometimes, people even ventured on board. However, they were never equipped to salvage the ship, or bad weather forced them to flee to safety. The last reported sighting of the Baychimo occurred in 1969, a whole 38 years after the crew had abandoned it. It was stuck in the pack ice of the Beaufort Sea between Point Barrow and Icy Cape. It is safe to assume that the steamship sank in the more than 50 years since then, becoming a mysterious and enduring legend of the seas.